I dread this, but and so it begins. Get the engine out of her. What a pain in the ass. Everything's dry rotted and heat soaked. Half shit's breaking. Well, I got the exhaust off. That was going to be iffy because it was rotten and broke. I've got to take everything off the front and then the heads and that cover off, and I'll be almost there. Just my daggone intake tube. I've got a stock intake. This one was $500. It broke taking it off. Like fell apart. Stupidest shit in the world. $500, 2 years old. Well, call it 4 years old. Alright, tomorrow I gotta get the pulley off, the vac pump, get the heads, valley covers off, front timing cover, and I was gonna pull the engine and do a rear main seal and all that, but now I'm just doing the bare essentials. Got a cam laying over somewhere. Yeah, there. Scoggin Dickies, or whatever that is. Hopefully it's all right. Everything on this thing is just dry rotted and heated. Even my dipstick is rotten. Like it rusted. Luckily I got all the manifold bolts off. But you can see how much rust is on the dipstick and on the manifold. Man, it's terrible. Hopefully we get it done tomorrow. Which doesn't look bad for $250,000. At least I guess these are a lot cleaner than the older LS's apparently. It's a PVC or PCB valve and all that. Yay. A chewed up lifter from each side. Sit right across from each other. Making the noise, chirping. Everything else looked good. Welcome back, guys and gals. It's another weekend. And this junk pile has got to get some fresh rubbers for the front before I can drive it anywhere. I pressed my luck on these last weekend. And they're a good looking tire. They're not very old. But they're wearing the outside edge out. Both sides. And they're factory S10 specs. It was aligned not long ago. Some Chinesiums or Forciums, whatever these are. But I'm not sure if the alignment specs is for the 4.3 is heavier and the LS is lighter and it's got the front end picked up to where it's running on the outside edges. I got to look into that a little bit more, but I definitely got to fix it. Got 9,000 things going on with my other truck. It's down and ate 2 lifters. Bought a AFM cam kit. Anybody that knows anything about newer Chevrolets, especially the 6.2, they're not very reliable. But I've got 250,000 miles out of it, and halfway to Virginia, it started squeaking, chirping, and I pulled it apart over the last 2 weeks, and it's not as bad as I thought. It ate 2 regular GM lifters, not the AFM lifters, just the regular lifters, and it's been a slow process. Everything on the thing was heat soaked. All the wiring, the clips, everything was a pain in the ass to get off, and hopefully I can finish that thing up today. I'm tired of having to bum vehicles off people and rides to work. Excuse me. But let's get these tires on there so we can get over and get started on it. Definitely got the best of that one. See how bad the other side looked. Probably wasn't far from it. Nope. It's very hard to get the front end up in the air anymore with all the travel. Tires barely off the ground. Well, got them on. Sorry I didn't film none of the actual mounting and balancing. Air compressor had a leak, so it was noisy as can be. Jack making noises. I got one coil spring that does not sit in pocket. Let's see if we can hear it go in. Oh yeah, there it went. After that, it stays in pocket though. Good looking tire. We'll see how long she lasts. I've got to take some degrees out of it. All right, now let's drive an hour to the other truck and work on it today. All right, getting ready to start assembly. Putting AFM lifters back in. Well, heads are torqued. Push rods, new lifters, new AFM lifters, fuel lines is on, new fuel lines. Rockers, push rods, new push rods. It's getting closer. It's not gonna happen today though. It's already 6:45. All right, guys, let's get caught up on the day's activity. It's almost 8 o'clock. Got the water pump on. Heads on, all the stuff. Everything's torqued and done. Hopefully, this unit will be up and running tomorrow evening. Try it again early in the morning. These things took up like, I don't know, four good weekends of my time trying to get it going. Such a pain in the ass. Everything that they could tab a wire and harness or stick something other on, they'd have done it on these new ones. I'm about half tempted not to put anything plastic back on it, like covers and guards and all that crap, and just run it. But slowly but surely, we're chipping away at it. About the only highlight of my weekend is getting to drive this thing home. Wake the neighbors, baby. I'm up, you up. Come on. All right, guys. Sunday morning. Let's get back to it. Try to get this thing done today. It's quiet now. Big duct tape finger. Quietest I've ever heard it. Alright guys, we are back in the daily driver finally. If you've seen, got it fired up, got some of the oil burn off. It ticked for a few minutes and then slowly died down, and I don't want to shift it into 8th gear right now because it'll go into 4-cylinder mode. I don't have my blocker, my range hooked up. And since I didn't officially delete the cam, I just replaced all the lifters, AFM lifters and regular lifters, and head gaskets and fuel lobe lifter and all that. So it could fail again. but I just did not have time to keep it down another week, 2 weeks, whatever it would take to drop it. It was at a buddy of mine's garage. I was having to work on it on Saturday and Sunday, devote all my time to it, and then push it outside. I'm a stickler for, having stuff apart and leaving it for weeks, especially sitting outside, so I caked the cylinders full of axle grease and covered everything up, put all the lines and hoses in bags. He has a real nice fancy AC machine, like a $15,000 machine. It didn't even have to start the truck up. As soon as I connected all the lines up, before I'd even finished putting the engine together, it pulled vacuum on everything and reloaded the refrigerant. And in the same ordeal with the coolant, it pulled vacuum till the coolant lines was all collapsed, and then it force fed coolant through everything slowly without losing any air or anything. So it was ready to go as soon as we got it out. Done a fresh oil change on it. Hopefully, for a little while anyways, I can just focus on the S10 now. Boy, wouldn't that be fantastic? I done everything right. I'm constantly going to worry about bolts left loose or stuff left loose that I couldn't, might have overlooked or forgot to torque, or every little sound I'm going to think it's something falling off. So until it, builds confidence up and does great for multiple trips, then I'd probably less worried. Five hours in, everything's perfect. Found something funny. For 3.5 years, I've run that $400 cold air, warm air intake, and ambient temperature 69, 60, almost 70. Intake temperature's 71. For the past, ever since I've drove this truck, it has made 15 degrees warmer air intake temps than it does ambient. My S10's the same way, 15 degrees warmer, almost dead on the money every trip. Stock airbox almost runs the same as ambient. I'll try to film a little bit tomorrow in the S10, and hopefully, if not, then we'll end it here. And I appreciate you guys, watching and trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm at like 8 something. I don't know, YouTube's weird. It said I had to have 3,000 hours in a 365-day period, and I was right there at 2,950, and then I logged in the next time and I was down around 2,700. So I don't know why the drop off, or if it's just an accounting error. I don't really know, but I appreciate it anyways, guys. And always like and share if you can, and subscribe, and this, that, and the third. Till next time, later.